Boomer Asian rips most decorated Olympic freestyle skier Eileen Gu. She's insufferable. Boomer Asian is not a fan of Eileen Gu's interviews. The former NFL quarterback took aim the Olympic freestyle skier during his one-show Tuesday, calling Gu insufferable for how she conducted herself throughout her interviews at the Winter Olympics. She's a very attractive woman and she's extremely bright. She went to Stanford. But if you listen to her post-participation interviews, she's insufferable, Asian said. It's hard to listen to. But then again, it's an individual sport and an individual person talking about herself as opposed to talking about her teammates and the support she receives. Gu also drew the ire of Vice President J.D. Vance because she competed for China and not the United States despite being born and raised in California. Gu's mother is Chinese. I'm flattered. Thanks, J.D. That's sweet, Gu said, per USA Today. Gu added 3 more medals during her Olympic run, 2 silver and 1 gold, with silver in big air and slopestyle and gold in freeski halfpipe. The 22-year-old became the most decorated Olympian, man or woman, in freestyle skiing. She was asked whether she saw her performance as 2 silvers gained or 2 golds lost. Gu laughed and said, "I'm the most decorated female free skier in history. I think that's an answer in and of itself. How do I say this? Winning a medal at the Olympics is a life-changing experience for every athlete. Doing it 5 times is exponentially harder. In the age of viral soundbites and algorithm-fed outrage, it takes only a few words to ignite a firestorm. 3 words, in this case, she's insufferable." When former NFL quarterback and sports commentator Boomer Asian used that phrase to describe Olympic freestyle skiing sensation Eileen Gu, it wasn't just a casual critique. It was a cultural spark tossed onto dry timber, the kind that smolders across talk shows, social feeds, and locker rooms alike. But beneath the headline-grabbing bob lies a deeper story. One about generational divides, about branding in modern sports, about the transformation of athletes into global icons who are as much personality as performance, and about how confidence can look radically different depending on who's doing the looking. The rise of a snow queen. Eileen Gu is not just a skier. She is a phenomenon. By her early 20s, she had already cemented herself as one of the most decorated freestyle skiers in Olympic history. Gold medals shimmered beside endorsement deals with luxury brands. Her image, poised, articulate, camera-ready, floated seamlessly between snow-covered halfpipes and glossy magazine covers. To her supporters, she represents the future, multilingual, multicultural, media-savvy, athletically dominant. She's as comfortable discussing quantum physics or global citizenship as she is landing a double-cock 1440. To critics, however, she can appear overly polished, too curated, too aware of her own spotlight. And in the blunt, no-nonsense world of old-school sports commentary, that can rub the wrong way. Boomer's bombshell. Boomer Asian comes from a different athletic era, one defined by grit, limited social media, and a separation between personality and performance. When he speaks, it's often with the candor of someone who believes sports should be about results first, personality second. Calling Gu insufferable wasn't a technical critique of her skiing. It wasn't about her medal count. It was about presence, about what he perceives as an air of self-importance. The word itself is loaded. It implies more than disagreement. It suggests irritation at someone's demeanor, their tone, their aura. But here's the question. Is Gu truly insufferable? Or is she simply emblematic of a new athletic archetype that challenges traditional expectations, confidence or arrogance? Throughout sports history, the line between confidence and arrogance has been razor-thin and often selectively drawn. When Muhammad Ali proclaimed himself the greatest, he was called brash. Over time, he became iconic. When Serena Williams asserted her dominance, critics labeled her emotional. Today, she is revered as one of the greatest athletes of all time. When Tom Brady celebrates fiercely, it's seen as competitive fire. But when a young woman excels publicly, brands herself masterfully, and speaks unapologetically about her success, reactions can splinter. Is Gu's confidence threatening? Is it her composure, her refusal to downplay her achievements? Or is it simply that she belongs to a generation raised on visibility, one that understands self-promotion as a necessary skill rather than a character flaw? The modern athlete, brand before breakfast. The athlete of 2026 is not the athlete of 1986. Today's sports stars are content creators, entrepreneurs, activists, and global ambassadors. They navigate endorsement contracts, cultural diplomacy, and digital audiences in the millions. Eileen Gu understands this landscape. She didn't stumble into fame. She stepped into it deliberately. Her social media presence is calculated. Her interviews are polished. Her dual national identity has sparked both admiration and political debate. She operates in a world where authenticity is monetized, and relatability is currency. To some, that's impressive. To others, it feels manufactured. Boomer's generation saw locker rooms as sacred spaces away from cameras. Gu's generation grew up with cameras in their pockets. Different worlds, different rules, gender, youth, and the spotlight. There's also the undeniable element of youth. Eileen Gu achieved international acclaim at an age when many athletes are still figuring themselves out. With youth comes boldness. With boldness comes scrutiny. Young male athletes who exude swagger are often celebrated. Young women who do the same can face harsher judgment. Words like diva or insufferable enter the vocabulary quickly. Is this dynamic at play here? Possibly. It's not about dismissing criticism. Public figures invite critique, but the nature of the critique matters. When commentary focuses less on athletic performance and more on personality irritation, it shifts the conversation from sports to perception. The performance that started it all, lost in the noise, is the reason Eileen Gu is even being discussed. Her talent. Freestyle skiing is a high-risk ballet of physics and nerve. Spins that defy gravity. Landings measured in millimeters. A single miscalculation can mean injury. Gu didn't earn medals through branding. She earned them through repetition, bruises, and hours in freezing conditions. No matter how polished her media persona, Snow doesn't care about image. The halfpipe doesn't bend for arrogance. Judges score tricks, not Instagram captions. And she delivers. The echo chamber effect. One sharp comment from a respected sports voice can ripple outward. Fans divide. Headlines multiply. Context shrinks. In today's media ecosystem, outrage is oxygen. A quote like "she's insufferable" travels faster than a nuanced analysis of technique or strategy.